Law enforcement officials from across the country are gathering this week at BU Medical School to learn how to operate drug recovery programs out of their police department. It's a model that started in Gloucester, Massachusetts 2.5 years ago, and as Christina Quinn shows us, has since taken off both here and nationwide.
It's Steve Lesnikoski's first day as the outreach worker at the Ipswich Police Department. And how he came into this role may have seemed implausible a few years ago when he was living in San Jose.
I was, addicted to heroin and in a pretty bad spot. I was homeless, living in my car, and I read an article on the website Reddit.
The Gloucester Police Department was offering help to addicts with the promise of not arresting them.
I sold the rest of my possessions, and I got on the plane with a backpack with a pair of clothes and came out to the Gloucester Police Department on June 1st, 2015.
Lesnikoski was the first person to enroll in Gloucester's Angel program, the precursor to PARI, Police Assisted Addiction Recovery Initiative. He's been sober for over 2 years now, a success story that motivated PARI to hire him to help others beat addiction in Essex County. It's a crisis that hits close to home in the close-knit community of Ipswich.
I mean, everybody knows everybody. A lot of people are related to everybody, so it certainly hits everybody across the board.
Police officer Aaron Woodworth is a lifelong resident of Ipswich. He's hopeful that having Lesnikoski at the police department every week will motivate addicts to feel comfortable coming to the station for help.
Whatever way we can get people to understand that we want to help them as a town, as a society, we can get people the assistance that they need. But it's building that trust. It's that trust that we need to try and gain with people, that we're not trying to, lock them up and throw away the key. We want to get them the help that they need.
Ipswich is joining over 350 police departments nationwide that are offering drug treatment help, and that number continues to grow. Today, police chiefs from across the country descended on Boston for PARI's 2-day summit to learn more about implementing a police-run treatment program. One of the challenges, says Michael Yankowski, police chief of Lansing, Michigan, is gaining trust in the community.
We've been stating for quite a long period of time now, about 6 months, that if you have an addiction problem, come to the police department and we will get you help.
Have people been coming?
We have not had a huge number, and I think that's part of the education process out there, is that our overdoses are continuing, but we're not getting the families, those individuals.
And that's where Steve Lesnikoski thinks a personal connection really matters. He hopes his own experience with finally beating addiction will help others do the same.
I do understand the feelings of despair, of hopelessness, and of absolute terror and fear. Waking up knowing that you're sick, will this drug kill me today, will it not? I know what that thought process looks like, and just meeting somebody where they're at and coming at them to them from a place of non-judgment and really no stigma attached, I think is helpful. I want people to know that there's hope and that there's the possibility of living a different life.
Christina Quinn joins me now. Hey, Christina.
Hey, Jim.
We have 350 plus police departments. Are any of those in major cities, and is Boston on the list? Or?
Boston is on the list. That's what John Rosenthal from PARI told me. Boston, Seattle.
The same John Rosenthal as Stop Handgun Violence,
yes.
Who's also behind this.
Yes,
okay,
this is other cause. Yep, Seattle, Phoenix, Boston. So.
Well, what's the stage in Boston? Is this implemented, or is this?
He's speaking with the police chief. That's as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the success rate? Do they know if this is working? I mean, it sounds terrific from Gloucester days. Do we know whether this is rescuing people?
It's still very early, so far the only evidence they have is anecdotal. But I know in Gloucester they've had about over 600 people have enrolled in the Angel program, and they're 600 since it launched. And relapse rates have lowered, and because they've really buckled down on their their outreach efforts.
How about crime rates in things that are crimes that are often committed by people who do them because of drug addiction?
Well, I spoke with the police chief from Covington, Louisiana today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a small town, 8,000 people, and he said that he has seen crime has gone down, like robberies and breaking and entering, stuff like that.
When something's too good to be true, sounds too good to be true, often is too good to be true. So I assume there are bumps on the road here.
Certainly.
What are the bumps in this program? Are there? I assume there are.
Yeah, insurance can be a big challenge. Getting insurance coverage. It depends on where you are, of course. Depends if you're insured, if you're not insured. In some cases, not being insured can benefit you more than having insurance. But it depends on where you are. Also, finding beds can also be a challenge depending on location and making sure that those beds are in the right places.
That guy's an impressive guy, I should say.
He really
Christina
is.
Quinn, thanks so much for the piece. I appreciate it.